If you are a person that loves online courses because you love learning new information and you're constantly trying to better yourself, hello, I'm one of those people. You have found your people, and I hope you enjoy this episode because I'm going to be sharing and reviewing all the courses that I have taken recently, giving you my real thoughts, ratings, and if they're actually worth the hype. I have some very popular courses by folks like Jenna, Kutcher, Lenarduzzi, Amy Porterfield, and I probably have some other courses that you might not have heard of before that might surprise you. So I just kind of wanted to share. People kind of ask me a lot of times, what courses have I taken and what I think about them, and I want to create a resource that I could point people to, so I hope this helps you as well. If you're new here, I am Dr. Tiffany Shelton Mariol, neuropsychologist, founder of Mod Ambition, which is a planner company. We just released our first product that just launched, the Mod Ambition Planner. If you want to check it out, you can go to signup.modambition.com. So again, by the end of this episode, you're going to know the courses that I've taken recently, the ones that I recommend, and the ones that were not so great. Okay, so let's jump right in. The first one, actually, let me get my list. Okay, got my post-it here. The first one I'm going to talk about is the Sunny Lenarduzzi course that I took, which is called Authority Accelerator. I first purchased this course when I was pregnant with my 2-year-old, so a while ago. But I didn't get into it until she was born. So I guess in 2020, I started taking it seriously. And this is the course that inspired me to create my own course, which is really a coaching program, Dream Life Academy. The Authority Accelerator is a course that helps you. I signed up for it because it helps you if you're on YouTube, kind of building your authority and being able to impact more people by building a coaching program and an online course. This course was incredible. It was in the 4 figures. I don't want to say their prices because maybe their prices have changed exactly, but it was 4 figures, I guess. And I think at first I was a little hesitant to spend that much money on the course. I think it was the first course I've ever taken and spent that much money, but it was definitely 100% worth it. She helps you narrow down your niche, which I don't know if I believe in so much now, but I think it's definitely helpful when you are on YouTube. She helps you identify your ideal client, all these resources as far as honing in on your expertise, but also sharing that expertise through the world through YouTube and creating funnels. So she helps you not only learn how to be successful on YouTube as far as SEO, consistency, all these other things that she teaches you behind the scenes about YouTube specifically, but she also helps you with templates for funnels, email funnels to then serve your audience if you're doing freebies, and to kind of guide them to being into your program so you can help more people create bigger impact, and how to do it in a way to do group coaching. I initially did group coaching in my Dream Life Academy, but eventually moved to individual, just for various different reasons, but I tried both. So she teaches you that. She also works with you directly with weekly in-person coaching on Zoom calls. So you get a lot, and a lot of it is plug and play. And then a lot of it is just direct feedback from being able to work with her and her team, Facebook group, the whole thing, everything that you could want. And I would say, let me do stars. If I had to give it stars, I would give it a 4 out of 5, because she does help you set the foundation in being in this digital world, if that's what you're trying to do as far as building your authority. And she does it in a way that she kind of holds your hand. I mean, you have everything that you need. She teaches you how to do the webinars, if you want a live webinar, evergreen webinar, email funnels to do that after, website optimization, your everything. It's all, she takes you through it all. So even I would say, if you're not a YouTube person or wanting to use YouTube, I think the course is still valuable because it teaches you how, it's like a business in a box, basically, especially if you're a service provider. So I'm gonna give her 4 stars. I'd say I'm missing that last star because I think every niche is not the same on YouTube, perhaps. And as far as its ability to help you grow, like I said, niching down all the way, I'm not fully sure if I believe in 100% anymore. So those are 2 things, but overall, 4 out of 5. I mean, it's hard to give something 5 out of 5, right? One of these is on here is a 5 out of 5, but Hers was 4 out of 5. Okay. Moving on to number 2. Number 2 is Jenna Kutcher's podcast course. I bought this course before I started my Mod Ambition podcast. If you don't know, this is also on these episodes are also on my podcast, Mod Ambition, and didn't know anything really about the podcast world besides listening to podcasts on Apple, and started, YouTubing, doing a lot of stuff to figure out how I was going to start this podcast of my own. And I bought the Jenna Kutcher course. It's like in the hundreds. I don't remember how much it was exactly, but it's not a huge investment. And you get what you pay for. I would give this one probably about a 2 out of 5. Some of the templates were good, but if you know how to YouTube, you don't really need this course. Like if you know how to type in stuff. My husband, for instance, wants to start a podcast, and I think this course would be helpful for him because it kind of walks you through like each little step. If you have no idea about social media or anything when it comes to writing titles, those kinds of things, like how to write a script. But again, I had learned all that in the Authority Accelerator course. I'm not following her advice right now. I'm just kind of talking off the cuff because, most of my videos are scripted, and I just kind of wanted this one to be me chopping it up with y'all. So I digress. But yeah, so for instance, for someone like my husband who's completely green to the social media world, I think it would be helpful. But if you have any kind of grasp, like if you're already on YouTube or social media, it wasn't so helpful. I mean, I even found myself still having to YouTube like some technical stuff that I thought she was going to walk me through while after I had bought the course. Like it was just kind of all very top surface level. And I was like, girl, this is not giving what it's supposed to be, what's supposed to give. Yeah. But I will say I don't like bashing other people's businesses or services or products. And so this is not a bash session because it definitely wasn't bad. And like I said, if you're completely new to the world of social media, it'll be good for you. But if you have any kind of inkling about what it's about, or you've watched probably one YouTube video on starting a podcast, I don't really think you need that course. But again, it wasn't that expensive either. So you get what you pay for. I don't think it was a ripoff. I'm not upset that I bought it. Probably would have still bought it had I known what was in there. So that also kind of gives you an idea. It's not that bad. Okay. I hate talking bad about people's business. I don't want anybody on the internet talking about mine, but I also want to tell you guys the truth. Okay. Number 3, I bought a course called Systems That Scale from Amy Porterfield. And I love me some Amy Porterfield. I love her podcast. She has a podcast, Online Marketing Made Easy. I think my friend Brad Lacey had told me about her. That's how I learned about her. And Systems That Scale is basically about how to create systems in your business for maximum productivity, efficiency, success, all those kinds of things, how to plug and play. She gives you lots of templates for like how to create systems. She gives you like the whole back end of how she runs her business and creates systems in her business at scale. It was in the hundreds of dollars. It wasn't that expensive. I would say 100% worth it. I would give it a 3.5 out of 5, just because it's not like the best. It's not a life-changing course, but for what it promises, it gives. And it was very helpful. Like I talk a lot about on the podcast, creating systems in your business that are helpful from the ground up, from the beginning. And that course is one of the reasons I've been able to do that. She gives you like a template for creating SOPs, templates on how to hire folks, job descriptions. Like actually, maybe I give it a 4. Maybe I give it a 4 out of 5 stars. So that one was good. Systems That Scale. And again, you have to remember my degree is a PhD in psychology. I didn't go to school for business. So a lot of these courses were helping me just kind of wrap my brain around a lot of the business stuff as well, and the social media stuff, marketing stuff, because obviously my background is in mindset. But you have to know all these things if you want to help people through your work, you have to reach those people. And so that's what these courses have been about. Number 4 course that I took was called Launchboom Academy, or is called Launchboom. I should say I'm still in the course. Launchboom Academy. I'm still in the course, but I'm gonna give it a 5. They're in the 4 figures. So it's more of an investment. It was less than the Authority Accelerator Lenarduzzi course, but it's also much different. And I would say it's 10 times more helpful and impactful. So all the courses that I mentioned before have been women. And the last course I mentioned is going to be a woman. But this course are a lot of men as the instructors and the founder. So Launchboom Academy is a course that I heard about listening to a product hardware podcast when I was developing my planner. I was listening to a lot of like inventors and stuff like that because it's a quite unique planner. I have the whole acrylic bamboo pin box that goes in the planner, which I had to get someone to draw up for me and get CAD drawings and the whole, I had to get a mold. So I was listening to a lot of those types of podcasts. And these people were on there talking about launching your product on Kickstarter first. And I watch a lot of Shark Tank. I know that Kickstarter is a great way to test your product, to validate your product, to gain early supporters, to get ideas for what's not working for your product before you go to market. So, which is exactly why I wanted to launch my own planner on Kickstarter first. If you're new here, it just launched. Go check it out, signup.modambition.com. You can go check out the campaign for my planner, but this program, 5 out of 5 stars, has been extremely pivotal, important in getting this product off the ground, not only in the product development stage, a lot of the Kickstarter stage, and being able to transfer that, then all of those learnings, teachings, success to your e-commerce store after. And if you guys are usually around here, you can see why a lot of my videos are usually scripted, because I ramble. And yeah, I feel like I'm kind of all over the place in this video, but I hope I'm not. But now you know why I script my videos. Okay, back to Launchboom. So they teach you how to basically do a pre-campaign for your business, how to run Facebook ads. So it's essentially a Facebook ads course mixed with a Kickstarter course mixed with an e-commerce course, with weekly support where you can ask specific questions. They have 3 different calls that you can jump on, so it's super convenient. And then you have like the online portion, which is a group which you can write questions in at any time, and people, they answer. When I say they answer you, they answer you. And the templates that are given in this course, the help that is given in this course is like the best thing that I've ever seen. They should probably charge more for it. Hope they don't see this before you guys can get in if you're interested in there. But I definitely think it's underpriced, like really underpriced. They also have an agency, so they apply everything that they learn on the agency side of doing this for clients that have $1 million launches on Kickstarter. They apply all those teachings to you, and where people in the program are just plugging and playing all the things that they do for their clients. I wish I could speak better on what they actually do, but just know it's really good. So if you have a product and you're interested in launching it first on Kickstarter, check them out. Very, very helpful. The online classes are very, very detailed. I mean, there's some stuff in there that, like how to get your Google Analytics, measuring all that data, what to look out for, all the data on Facebook, integrating ClickFunnels and Zapier and MailChimp and they just kind of walk you through like everything. Yeah, I can't say anything but good things about these guys, and they're very nice. The energy, I will say, is different than if you're used to like women-led courses. They're very strategic about the metrics, about the numbers. Let's test first. Everything is very masculine in the way that they work. They do have a female instructor who I like a lot too, but it's definitely more to the point and like how we're gonna get these coins, strategic versus woo-woo. Like it's practical. Okay. And then the last one is also a 5 out of 5. I know at the beginning I said it's hard to give someone a 5 out of 5. This is now my second 5 out of 5. In the hundreds, life-changing course, taking care of babies. I know a lot of you women out watching this are manifesting pregnancy, manifesting motherhood. If I could suggest any course after you had that baby, it's going to be taking care of babies. And it is a sleep course. She has one for newborns. She has one for 3 to 4 months, and she has one for after when you do like official sleep training. Ooh, child, life-changing. I think I got it when my daughter was 4 months, and then with my son, I did all of them, and he was a perfect sleeper like from the beginning, and I applied a lot. Now, personality has a lot to do with it too, because he can sleep at any moment, whereas my daughter's like, we up. Let's go. And my son is like always sleepy. So personality has a lot to do with it, but I did also apply her techniques with him from like newborn stage to, before he was sleep trained. So when he's sleep trained, he was literally sleep trained in 5 minutes, applying her process on the first night, whereas my daughter took, I think, the full 7 days. Some kids take 14 days, but my daughter took like, I think 7 days. But yeah, once you start getting your sleep back, it's life-changing. And it's also really good for the baby because they're getting like 12 hours, like my kids sleep 12 hours a night still, and that's good for their brain, their development, their happiness, their mood. Everybody's happier when your kids are sleeping. So taking care of babies, if you don't know, now you know. 5 out of 5 stars. Okay guys, so those are the courses that I have taken over the last couple of years that have been very, very helpful. Please let me know what courses you guys are taking, which ones you recommend. I am now probably next, I'm always trying to be learning. I'm always trying to be coached, or, you know, obviously I believe in therapy. That's kind of something separate. But as far as like learning, I'm always wanting to take online courses. If I can't do that, I probably don't want to continue what I'm doing, because I have to have that space to continue to learn and feel supported and growing my knowledge as I'm, you know, evolving as a person. So the current course, or the next course that I'm probably going to be looking into, is an e-commerce course. If you have any suggestions on building a course that's about building a successful, like, product-based e-commerce course, please leave it below, or any other courses that you think might be helpful for me on my journey to building my company, my ambition, please share with me. And I hope you guys like this episode, and until next time, namaste.